So I've got a question that I want everyone to answer in the chat. How do you raise your children then? Because it kind of makes sense logically to raise your child to, for example, take over the family business. Let's say for me, right, to tell my eldest son this is how we do this business, and like because one thing is clear that if your children don't follow and take over the thing that you've done, that your family will always be in the chains of money. It's one thing is clear. It's very hard as one generation to break out entirely forever. It's more that you have to keep getting this, like the continuous generations to work on the same thing. This is why certain cultures, like the Jewish culture, that they do very well because they continue over. Western cultures keep resetting every single generation. This is what Luke Belmar told me. It's like one, the dad is a taxi driver, then the son wants to become a doctor, then his son wants to become a carpenter, then his son wants a business, then his son wants to be a farmer. Like it's just resetting to zero every single time. The families that are free from the financial burdens is like they've continued the same business, farm, whatever it is, generation after generation. So what's the trade-off? Do you get your child to do your business, or do you get them, or do you not, like, take really special care to not put the purpose onto them? Write in chat right now what your current thoughts are. There's a lot of us are saying, okay, well, teach them, give them the sort of capabilities to pursue what they want, which works. But let's say things get another 10 years down the line from what we know right now, and things get really, really hard in the world, as they were, in comparison 20 years ago when we were all born. Would you not put on the pressure for your children if you realize how important it was for them to pursue something? Like, for example, let's say we have lived through this time that eating sugar, or let's say business, right? We've lived through this time right now. This is the pinnacle of entrepreneurship. We've realized how important entrepreneurship is, and that like your best bet in terms of finances to be an entrepreneur that rather than chasing some kind of career which isn't even stable. Like the career has lost. The major benefit was that it was safe. So we've got to the point that entrepreneurship's the right thing. Would you not somewhat push your son to choose entrepreneurship? What if he was like intensely saying, no, he wants to do the low level job? Would you not be the same as your parents who told you to go for the high level career because in their time that career was like the best thing that you could do? Do you not see how our parents were burdened with this decision, and that's why they pushed us into studying hard? Because in their time the best route to some kind of success was to study hard and get the job that they perceived better and higher status than theirs. So imagine yourself in your parents' situation, and for whatever it is, let's say it's something as stupid as like watching porn. We know that watching porn is bad. For some, like, this sounds really stupid, but imagine if it's your son's core desire. Just to like make an extreme example. Imagine if it is, and you know that it's a bad thing. Do you let them fulfill the core desire, going down a life that you can realistically see might actually burden them with extra pain? Obviously porn is like a weird example. You wouldn't assume let's say, for example, your son is supposed to be like Genghis Khan. He's supposed to get 80 women pregnant and not stay with the child. Now what are you going to do? You're going to let him fulfill his desires or what? So very difficult, right? What if you logically, with your own thoughts and wisdom in your brain, completely like know for certainty that his core desire is put is bad. It is, yeah, it is subjective. Because like you think it's bad, but is it really? Is that not like just the animal kingdom? Who knows, right? Objectively in the universe, a male having sex with females and not raising the children isn't actually that rare. So it's your, yeah. So Germs has said it's your morality against his core desire. Do you like push him away from that? Do you put your own desires on top of him and make him live like a shallow life that we may have done? Very difficult, right? Very difficult. I don't know if there's a real like. I don't think there's like a real answer to this. I just want to like fry your brain a little bit just so you can see how deep this goes. Do you not put any desires over your child? How about to be fit and healthy? How about naturally they're just kind of fat and like slightly disabled? Do you not put on the desire for them to do the kind of stretching that would help them be able to walk? Because what if their core desire was to be like one of the most inspirational people on a wheelchair ever, and here you are as a child, almost like forcing your son to do like the physiotherapy stretches and everything. Kind of fucky, right? What if, literally, what if their core desire, like the reason they were supposed to be here, was to be an inspirational para Olympic athlete? You know, like the wheelchair guys who are playing basketball at a high level. And here you are, like you've become successful in entrepreneurship, and you're buying them like the new like metal legs, and so they don't even get to achieve that.